Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Escape Pod. Thank you. What? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Escape Pod. Thank you for escaping with us. That's Andrew, and I'm Alex.
And as always, with great power comes great ability. Indiana Jones is out.
I was going to ask you if you've been to South Asia recently.
Nope. Have you?
You said Indiability, insinuating
Hilarious.
that you've been to India.
Hilarious. Please do stand up. You have not done a happy intro for the past 3 times. It's been the most mellow bullcrap thing in the world.
Because you do a big happy one every time. If I match you every single time, it'll take away from your thunder. I don't want to do that.
No. It's the podcast thunder. When people come in, they're escaping. Why you got to be so...
Well, I'm setting the tone. It's a slow build.
The tone is, this is the best podcast on the motherfucking planet.
Well, that's the tone.
Hype about it.
That's the tone that's set by the greatest animated movie of all time, Cars 2, with that unbelievable Finn McMissile opening.
You know, the Cars 2 jokes are funny when they're not unbelievably forced. That one was bad.
I thought it was funny.
That one was bad.
Okay.
You tried way too hard.
I thought it was funny.
So we're going to review Indiana Jones now? Later.
We haven't seen it yet.
Pulling back the curtain.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we doing first?
We're seeing a screening. What's today? Tuesday?
Tomorrow.
So we're seeing it tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So then we will come back and film that review for you guys. So we're actually going to do a new segment to start. Uh-huh. It is inspired a little bit by, not a little bit, it's fully inspired by Mr. Sunday Movies and the Weekly Planet, their podcast. When they review a movie, I don't think they do this anymore, but they definitely used to. When they review a movie, they only give it 2 ratings. Unlike us, we give it out of 10. Some people give grades like A+, F-, whatever. They just say best movie ever, worst movie ever. So if it's a 6 out of 10, it'll be a best movie ever. And if it's a 4 out of 10, it'll be a worst movie ever. Kind of that. So we're just going to go through all the movies a bunch of the movies, not all of them, because you've seen a couple more than me.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple more than you. But we're going to go through all the movies, a lot of movies that we've both seen from this year, and rate whether they're the best movie ever or the worst movie ever, and there's no in between.
I need to figure out how I'm doing this in my brain, because I don't think any of the movies this year are the worst movie ever.
Okay. You ready?
Hold on.
I'm going to just read the movies.
But how should I do this? You need to help my brain.
Okay.
Do you think a movie this year is closer to the worst movie ever than the best movie ever?
Yeah, I think there's quite a few.
What about movies 40 years ago are made by like children at home? Those are technically movies. Do those count?
No, wide release. So you can't even count The Room. You could count Nicolas Cage's The Wicker Man, which is a terrible movie.
Right, there's
but
movies that.
It's a very fun watch.
When you compare those to
I'd rather watch The Wicker Man starring Nicolas Cage from 2006 than Transformers: Rise of the Beast. I'll tell you that.
Okay. All right.
Do you know how expensive it is to buy movies on iTunes? Not rent them, buy them.
Yeah.
It's $20, right?
Yeah.
The Wicker Man, to buy it was cheaper than to rent it.
Interesting.
Because it's so bad.
That doesn't make any sense, though.
I know. It was $3, but it was $3.99. I think I paid $2.99 for it. It was $3.99 to rent it.
There might have been a sale.
Maybe, but how bad is that? Have you ever seen a movie below 10 to buy? No.
Cars 2 should be down there.
I actually think Cars 2 was very cheap. I think Cars 2 was a $7.99.
There you go.
It was a bargain. I didn't mind.
Here we go.
Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, worst movie ever.
See,
you're going to go best movie ever here?
It's probably my least favorite movie of the year.
Exactly.
But I still don't think I'll just for this year, I'll say, yeah, worst movie ever. Closer. But
yeah, exactly.
There's still good stuff in that movie.
Yeah, no, I didn't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
3, 2, 1.
Worst movie ever.
Yeah, ever. Yeah.
You don't think so? I mean, you
this
seem...
just hurts me. I don't know. This is I don't want to say that because
So then don't say it, and then I'll just tell you. I'll tell you about the bad stuff.
I know it's bad, but did you
gave it a
see
7 out of 10? I'll pull up the clip right now.
I said I could drop to a 6. It's either a 6 or a 7.
Yeah.
Right. Like, because I don't go under a 5 unless it's egregiously bad.
I thought Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was egregiously bad. You didn't.
Because I think you're spoiled. That movie, millions of dollars went into that movie.
And it's bad. Okay, let me ask you this.
Bad is like if we tried to make a movie. That's close to the worst movie ever.
Yeah, for sure. But we don't want to do that. These people do.
Anyways.
You seem out of it. Do you want to cut this segment?
No, it just hurts my heart.
All right, Guardians 3.
Okay.
Best movie ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Guardians 3 is real good.
It's real good.
It's real good.
Really good.
I think I settled on an 8 out of 10, by the way, for that one.
It's a little low.
I know you feel that way, and I don't really have a problem with that. The problems are just, they mean a little bit more to me than everybody else.
Yeah, that's all right.
I know that this kind of doesn't count. It technically came out last year.
Puss in Boots.
But I saw it this year. I think most people saw it this year. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Best movie ever.
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is like amazing.
It's so good.
It's like so good.
And I just saw DreamWorks' new movie. Teenage Kraken.
Ruby Gillen, Teenage Kraken.
Yeah.
And?
You know, it's hard to be hype about that movie when DreamWorks, when you compare it to
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
And Kung Fu Panda 2 and How to Train Your Dragon. There was nothing bad about Teenage Kraken. There just wasn't anything great.
Is that like based on some source material?
I don't think so.
That title is just like so
weird.
Children's book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the movie is kind of like, I think it's a great movie for children. I think I gave it like a 5 or a 6. Unbelievably predictable. Like they introduce a character like 30 minutes in and you're like, okay, well this is obviously, they're going to do this. And then like 2 hours later they do that. It's like, okay. So it's good for kids, but yeah.
Good kids movies.
I would say closer to worst movie of the year, I guess. But it was fun. It was fun.
Kids movies are not hard to come by now. So good kids movies. So
yeah.
I mean, you got Elemental.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every year Pixar's coming out with some garbage, but every year they're coming out with some bangers.
Yep.
I guess they didn't have a
Sea
banger
Monster last year was supposed to be really good.
I didn't see it.
You want to watch it?
Yeah.
Maybe with the patrons?
Yeah. What's-him-face is in it.
What's-him-face?
Yeah, Carl Urban from The Boys.
Ah.
He's the lead.
Oi!
Yeah, him.
Love him.
Yeah. He's great in Thor Ragnarok, your least favorite
Boys.
movie.
You gotta watch The Boys. All right, next. We could do this with TV shows, too.
We could, I know. Spider-Verse 2. Across the Spider-Verse. Yeah, best movie ever. It might actually
yeah, exactly.
Best movie ever. It's the only one that's like actually close to what we're saying on here.
Yeah.
So good. We can't talk enough about it. Dungeons and Dragons.
Best movie ever.
Floored me. Shocked the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew I wanted to see it because I thought that the trailers were fun and cute, and I love Chris Pine, but like just.
I know a lot of people say this and do this where they just kind of like throw a movie on and watch it like consistently. I don't do that anymore. I used to. Dungeons and Dragons is a movie I could easily see myself like hanging with a friend and be like, "Oh, you didn't see that? Let's throw it on." It's so good. Like I want to introduce that.
Did you saw it twice?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I still haven't seen it for a second time. I would. You know what I'm saying?
I think you'll like it more.
Yeah. Probably. I mean,
so funny.
I mean, I'm telling you from the start.
It's not out anymore.
No.
See it somewhere.
Go rent it. Buy it. Something. Ugh. So sad. It did terribly. And the cameo in there.
Oh yeah.
Bradley Cooper. That's
the little
guy.
Yeah.
Funny. Super Mario.
Yeah.
I've got a pretty hot take about this.
Ready?
I think it's 3, 2, 1. Best movie ever. I don't know. The animation I think is really good, and I think it's like one of the better kids movies to come out in the last couple of years. I really, really, really love Super Mario. I know some people didn't like it. I know a lot of people liked it, but like didn't love it. I really loved it.
I liked it.
Yeah, you were lower on it than me. Cocaine Bear.
3, 2, 1.
Best movie ever. Wow.
Yeah.
You're so much lower on Cocaine Bear than me. What's your beef?
Just because like it's fun. But, like it's
so
not
fun.
It's not great.
You're right. Yeah, I guess
the pacing was so bad.
The pacing's a disaster.
There were so many times where I was like, "Did that scene just end and jump to the?" It was weird.
Yeah, weird. It's weird.
I gotta put it worst movie.
I hope they make a sequel or something.
I still love it. I still want another one.
All right, here's one we'll agree on. Knock at the Cabin.
3, 2, 1.
Worst movie ever. That movie just meanders.
Yeah, I wasn't as low on it as you, but yeah, it was like on my list, second least favorite of the year, I think.
Yeah, it was my least favorite. I liked it worse than Transformers. And then here's a movie that neither of us saw. Beau is Afraid.
It legitimately, from what I've heard from my friends, is the worst movie ever.
Yes. So we have a friend named, well, I'm not going to use his real name, but we'll call him Josh. And anyway, so
that's his name.
Anyway, so we'll call him Josh. And Josh likes every movie. He's making a short film, and he's just so positive about movies. And even Josh,
that's his name.
We're calling him Josh. Josh.
Yeah, we always do.
Josh said to us that like even he hated it.
Yeah, it takes a lot for him to not like a movie.
Yeah.
Another one of my friends, we'll call him Zach, said that it was like he wished he had like 3 hours of his life back. Like,
yeah, which is how you feel about Midsummer, which a lot of people like. So we're definitely not saying Beau is Afraid.
No,
absolutely. It's a shame because we both love Hereditary.
Yeah, Hereditary's great. No, apparently that movie. Yeah, it was.
All right, there's worst movie, best movie ever.
Yeah.
Tell us if you want more of that, or tell us if we need to get rid of that segment.
Tell us to go F ourselves.
It would be more fun if we weren't doing movies from this year. Like, I would love to do, like, Shang-Chi.
Or Cars 2.
Like, Shang-Chi's worst movie ever.
Best movie ever.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. All right, what do you want to do now? I guess we're going to do our Indiana Jones review. Cut to that.
Just saw Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
You have a tag on your hat, and it's, like, flying around. It's like one of those Jedi ponytails.
Oh, I'm like, is that a Padawan?
Padawan, yeah.
I'm not Jedi Knight yet.
No.
They cut that off for Jedi Knight.
You know how they cut it off? Yeah, with a lightsaber.
In the Clone Wars movie?
In the animated.
Click me, that was so good.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. Is it distracting?
They gave us hats. Shout out to IMAX.
Yes, thank you, IMAX. Yeah, we just saw it. You want to count it down to a 10?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Out of 10, Indiana Jones, 3, 2, 1, 7 out of 10?
6 out of 10.
Yeah, I figured you'd be a little bit lower than me.
Yeah.
You want to go first? No spoilers, and then I think we'll do a little spoiler talk, but not a lot.
It was good. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm learning that I'm just not the biggest Indiana Jones fan.
Yeah.
I used to think I was really into them because I really love Last Crusade. I think Last Crusade's like a 9 out of 10. I love Last Crusade, but like Temple of Doom is fun and everything, and I loved Crystal Skull when it came out, but like obviously as I've grown up, like, it's not the best movie in the world. And I know it's a hot take of mine that I don't love Raiders.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a fan because this one felt a lot like an Indiana Jones movie, and I just wasn't having a great time.
Yes. So it feels like an Indiana Jones movie in the sense that there's good adventure. There's good archaeology. There's evil Nazis. You know, it opens with a good 20-minute classic younger Indiana Jones thing. But there's just nothing new or spectacular here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think my friend Josh put it the best. He said, this was as good as it could have been starring an 80-year-old. And I was like, yeah, you're kind of right.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably,
Yeah.
They're probably right. I mean, I don't know. It's directed by James Mangold, who's made 2 just spectacular movies in a row, which is Logan and Ford v. Ferrari. And something about Ford v. Ferrari that I really love, that I really thought he was going to bring to Indiana Jones, snappy dialogue. Everything in Ford v. Ferrari, every scene, even though like 90% of that movie is talking scenes, it feels, even though it's a 3-hour movie, it feels like it's an hour and a half. It's like it moves. And I was like expecting that. I guess he didn't write this movie because the dialogue was it wasn't awkward. It wasn't bad. It's just like this movie felt so long.
Yeah. So I was also talking to someone about that. The Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny feels like a lot of movies that are coming out recently. It feels like 20 to 30 minutes too long.
Yeah.
Just tighten it up a little bit. And like a lot of these movies recently would be just like that much better. Yeah. It's just a tad bit too long. But no, I had fun. We saw it with a couple other people, and most of us were all like, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Go see it if you want to have fun.
Yeah.
But don't expect to be blown away.
Yeah. I don't see this movie making very much money. Indiana Jones, the Dial of Destiny is just like, is that big box office? Nothing about seeing it in the theater was I like, people are going to see this 5 times.
Yeah.
Even like big indie fans, like I don't even expect people to like love this. I don't know. So yeah, 6 out of 10.
So
I don't know if I like it better or less than Flash. And we have said a bunch of negative things. We haven't talked about the good yet. What did you think about Phoebe Waller-Bridge?
Was she the goddaughter? She was fine.
I see people raving about her. I didn't love her. I didn't hate her. I didn't think she was bad. But like,
I don't want to get into spoilers, but that scene where she's walking around the boat figuring stuff out, I thought that was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
So a couple things that are missing in this Indiana Jones movie that are present in other Indiana Jones movies that I kind of miss. Well, there are a lot of things that are present in this movie that should have been present. You got his hat, you got his whip, you got the music, you got the archaeology, you got the supernatural stuff at the end. I think all of it felt like an Indiana Jones movie. There are a couple things like you were kind of talking about the script. In other Indiana Jones movies, I found that they were a little bit snappier and funnier. Like Last Crusade, the banter with his dad
is hilarious.
It's hilarious. Like, when they're in the fireplace and trying to get out, our situation has not improved.
Yes.
Or he chose poorly.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that in this movie.
No.
I think we kind of chuckled like one time.
Yeah, I didn't laugh very much at all. You're right.
So
that's such a good point.
That was missing a little bit. Thank you.
I mean, yeah, like you think about Last Crusade, like when they think he's down, he died off the cliff, and they're like, and he's like traumatized. He thinks his son is dead, and Indy just walks up behind him. I don't know if he says, "What are we looking at?" or something, but it's like that.
He's
moment.
just like out of breath. He's
and he's like, it's like that. You don't get anything like that.
No, you don't.
You're right. In the little, like even in Raiders, like when the guy's got the sword, he just shoots him.
Boom. Yeah.
There's nothing.
There's a lot of stuff like that.
Right.
So that was definitely missing. And then also something in every Indiana Jones movie, and something that really stands out to me that makes it different than other action movies is, I don't know how I'm going to be able to explain this, but when Indiana Jones is in a situation, it keeps getting worse, right? He's in it, like he's hanging off of a tank while someone's trying to shoot him, and his dad's about to die, and now he's about to get crushed into a rock. What?
I do disagree with this statement.
Why?
Because I do think we get a moment like that.
No, I don't think we do. What's the moment you think?
In the opening.
Right, that's the only time it comes close. Are you talking about
yes.
this? Yeah, that's the only time I was like,
that's a moment where it's like, yeah, and there's a bomb, and there's this,
right,
and there's that.
That's the only time we get it.
That's fun though. That is that moment.
Yes, but in older Indiana Jones movies, it's longer. Like you're on the edge of your seat longer to just keep going. That was like maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah,
but I get what you're saying. So that's another thing that I felt was missing. Yeah, but that was fun, right? Because
well, I loved the opening. The opening was my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
Even though, what'd you think of the CGI?
The CGI at the beginning of the Indiana Jones movie is absolutely incredible.
Okay, I completely disagree.
I could not tell that at all.
I completely disagree.
No, you are out of your mind.
I completely
There's
disagree.
nothing they could have done better.
You're right. They couldn't have done it better, but I just, like, it really, like, I would have liked, like, if that opening was a short film, if the CGI wasn't an issue, I might give it like a 9 or 10 out of 10. I loved it. I think it's like a 7 out of 10. It really took me out of scenes.
As soon as they revealed his face, I was like, holy crap, that looks perfect.
No, it looks like, to me, at least, when they remove his face, it looks like what's the deep fake? Just like falls off of his face for a second. I thought it looked like really wonky.
No, you were tripping balls.
There are some scenes that it doesn't look terrible, but it is his older voice.
That
took me out of it a bit.
Yeah.
Right? It's like,
you can tell it's
younger Han Solo. Like, you know what? Like Han Solo, like Empire Strikes Back. Who's scruffy looking? He just has this higher register that older Harrison Ford doesn't. And so he's, you guys Nazis. You lost the war. It's like, it's just
slower and slower.
Yeah.
Coming out of a younger Indiana Jones. So that's the only thing that took me out of it a little bit. But no, the whole time, every second he was on screen.
I'm glad you thought the CGI was great. I did not.
I was like, it made me like it more how good it was.
Wow. Look, I'm great. That's great. All right. So this brings us to
No.
My favorite part of the movie, because it's not spoilers. And we talked about this a little bit last night. Mads Mikkelsen is so good. golly, did the MCU blow their load making him the one-off villain in Doctor Strange 1. What's his name? Caecilius. This guy's great. Put him in more stuff. God, it sucks that he's a good guy in Rogue One. He's such a good bad guy. Oh my gosh. Like,
He was fun.
so fun, so likable. I mean, he plays the hell out of a Nazi. Make him a Nazi more.
Yeah.
He was great.
Yeah.
He was easily my second favorite Nazi I've ever seen in a movie. Second to Inglourious
Inglourious,
Basterds.
yep.
Yeah, like, just shout out Mads Mikkelsen. Give him more roles.
No, he was good. So the last thing I want to say is a little spoilery. The ending. I guess we could say it without even spoiling. Actually, no. Spoilers for like the next 60 seconds. They went back in time.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. I did not want him. Indy wanted to stay in the past.
Yes.
You wanted him to stay?
I did.
I did not.
Yeah, I just think that'd be cute.
He wanted to die in like 240 BC.
But that's cool.
It's cool to let him experience history and be a part of history like that and see it. I don't want Indiana Jones to die in the 5th movie in 240 BC with Archimedes. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that, like, you shouldn't kill Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are going to kill him, kill him in 240 BC.
True.
Like,
True. But I thought as far as, like, supernatural Indiana Jones endings go, it made a lot of sense, and I thought it was pretty cool.
I did like that she punched him.
To get him back.
That was cool. I liked that. Just knock him out.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's an idiot. I'm done arguing with him.
But it was kind of wholesome and cool to see, like, Indiana Jones actually be able to, like, witness things he studied.
Did you think it was going to change the future?
Yeah, they didn't really address that.
I mean, you see it in the tomb. He's got the watch, which is just Voeller's watch. And
Right. Did you, as soon as Mads Mikkelsen put on a watch, were you like, okay, it's the watch, that's the watch from the tomb?
It looked like the watch from the tomb. I knew it was the watch from the tomb. I thought he grabbed it out of the tomb.
No.
Like, when he put on that watch, I literally thought to myself, I was like,
Oh, he stole it.
I was like, oh, he stole, because he's honoring, because he loves this guy so much.
Haley and I leaned to each other and we were like, Archimedes is gonna, he'll be wearing
That's
it in the past.
interesting. Yeah, so that's interesting. And then, but the dragons on the tomb with propellers.
Yeah.
That was also, I liked that. That's probably like one of my favorite things. The archaeology in this movie, very good.
Yeah.
I really liked the archaeology. It's just
stuff
not
out.
enough. Too much of this movie is just tuk-tuk chases and a little boy stealing things. Like,
There's a little bit. Yeah.
like, do more archaeology. It was the best part of the movie for me. But like the stuff with the moon, the crescent moon, and we got to go through there, and we got to do this, and we got to.
The melting of the wax.
That was awesome.
Her reading it while
Yes.
they're lighting dynamite.
Yeah,
and
that was fun and cool and whatever. I really liked I've lost it. I'm terrible at my job.
Yeah, it's okay. You're
This
fired.
has been happening. Like, this happened like 5 times yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday I
couldn't finish it.
We were in the car, and he was literally like, he turned around to the 2 other people in the car, and he was like, you're really good at. And everyone in the car was just silent for like 15 seconds.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what it was. It took me like a minute too.
Well, you were having a bad night last night, so for him to give this a 6 out of 10 when he was passing out tired and had a headache and was like hungry and all this stuff.
Well, the movie gave me a headache.
Yeah, he came out of the movie was like, I want to go home. I was like, oh no, he's gonna give this a 2 out of 10.
No, it was good. It was good. It was just, good. It was good. It was like, it's kind of like the Cannes thing. The Cannes reviewers are too hard on it. It's not terrible.
No.
I think I probably like it a little bit less than Flash, but
so I'm obviously higher on Flash, so I like Flash better.
Yeah,
but this is better. This is like middle of the road of movies this year for me, just because we've had so many. Like, it's better than Fast 10. Mm-hmm. It's better than Transformers, Knock at the Cabin, Quantumania. It's better than all those. It's just not going to be as good as Guardians or John Wick 4 or Dungeons and Dragons.
Say.
Hit it.
Yes. Sorry to cut you off.
No worries.
I did want to.
Go ahead.
Where does it rank in your list? Like, what's it above immediately and what's it below immediately?
Immediately, I think I put it above Cocaine Bear, I think.
Yeah.
But it's right in that. And then I think it's right next to Renfield, because I thought Renfield was pretty funny because of Awkwafina. No, she wasn't actually that bad in that movie. But it's right around in there, so it might be above that. But like, it's obviously below things like Dungeons and Dragons, John Wick 4, Flash, Guardians, Spider-Verse, stuff like that.
Yeah,
we just had a really good year.
I do think Flash is better, but again, I didn't hate Flash.
Yeah.
I just was overwhelmed by how regular it was when everybody in the world was telling me that it delivered.
Yeah.
You know? So anyway, so what I was going to say was, I thought for a second, honestly longer than a second, that his son was going to walk through the door. I definitely thought that.
Oh, because of the timey-wimey stuff?
He came back and it was just enough that his son was going to be alive. I definitely thought that was going to happen. And I was like, please do not do that.
So a funny thing, one of the
Was it Shia LaBeouf, by the way?
Yeah, I guess that
Is it Shia LaBeouf?
I haven't seen Crystal Skull, but
You've never seen Crystal Skull?
No. I think my dad was disowned me.
But you haven't seen it?
No.
Fascinating. It's fun.
Yeah.
I can't remember if Shia LaBeouf is his son in that movie.
I think it's gotta be.
I think he is his son in that movie.
So, what was I gonna say?
Damn, they killed Shia LaBeouf.
So, one of the plot holes in Indiana Jones was he gets framed for murder at the start.
We talked about this.
And then they
don't resolve it.
They don't resolve it.
Everybody that can clear his name is dead.
Right.
Or gone in the past. Right? So Mads Mikkelsen and all the Nazis, they can clear his name by accusing them of the murders.
And then the CIA agent.
Then the black CIA agent
got shot.
She got shot. She's dead. So she can't
I
clear
didn't see
his
that
name.
coming, actually. They killed her way early. It was just like in the middle of the movie.
That didn't surprise me. I was honestly surprised that she had as big of a role as she did.
I thought she was going to get shot and then somehow survive and then join our team.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But
no, yeah. And I think, I mean, maybe the other FBI agents that were in the library, but it looked like the guy with the broken leg was killed. It looked like that bookcase fell on him and he died.
No, yeah. And
Indy definitely murdered that guy.
The other thing is,
because Phoebe Waller-Bridge can't exonerate him. She was also a fugitive.
She can be a witness
I guess,
testimony.
You know what? Yeah, I guess
but
she
also,
could be.
She's a terrible person. In this
she's
movie.
Not great. Yeah.
The goddaughter of Indiana Jones in this movie is a terrible person.
Yeah.
And by the end, we're kind of supposed to be buddy-buddy with her. In other Indiana Jones movies, there's the female that kind of stabs him in the back, but they kind of have to. Marion is kind of like that in the first one, but then she's on the team for the rest of the movie, and she's not actively celebrating being a bad person. In this movie, she's framing him for murder and then acting like he's stupid that he got mad about it. Mm-hmm. And is selling her father's whole dream of this dial on an auction to black market people. And then by the end, we just forget about that.
He never destroys the dial.
Yo. Oh yeah, I was sitting on the...
Yeah, I definitely thought there was going to be a moment where somebody's like, what are you doing? That belongs in a museum. And he's like, keeping my promise. Never happened.
Well, they did say that Archimedes made it was one to only get them to that specific point. It was like a decoy one that would only point to one.
It wasn't even a decoy one. It was just always going to do that.
Right, that one time. Maybe the timey-wimey stuff when he went back somehow clears his name.
Yeah, right?
I don't know.
It's just...
Whatever. It was fun. Go have fun with it.
Yeah, I just don't think about it for longer than 10 minutes. It's kind of a turn your brain off movie. But the opening was great. Can we talk about, now that we're in spoilers, can we talk a little bit more in the opening?
Sure.
I loved the whole train sequence.
Mm-hmm.
I love that he's walking on top of the train. I love that everybody's I love all the ways that he's hi. Oh, he grabs the cafeteria thing and he's eating with the Nazis. I loved all of that. Yeah, everything. I loved young Mads Mikkelsen CGI looked good. You know why? Because it probably wasn't CGI. He's just a much younger guy than Harrison Ford. Yeah. I love that he gets hit with the thing. He's hanging out the thing, and I thought he was...
How did he survive that?
Yeah, dude, that broke his face.
Yeah, no one's surviving that.
Yeah. I do think it's funny. It's so campy Indiana Jones that he's just being a Nazi. He's got the guy bringing him food, and he's just openly extremely racist, which is okay because that's the time period. But then he's also you didn't win the war. Hitler lost it. It's like, you're just a Nazi.
Yeah.
You're just telling everybody you're a Nazi. Right? Like, I thought that was so fun.
Yeah.
Like, God, like, that's so funny.
No, the opening was great.
And for him later in the movie to be like, I'm not a Nazi. Like, I'm from Alabama. It was just so fun. It's just fun Indiana Jones schlock. And I loved the scene where they go up to hang him and he's being hung and then they're going to shoot him. And now he's being hung and he's holding on. They're about to shoot him. And here's a bomb. And the bomb goes down and it blows up the building and everybody's falling. And is he going to fall? And then the thing breaks and it's going to take him down with him. And that was that moment in the movie. It was just a little early.
Yeah.
It was early and too short.
Yeah.
I loved it though.
Yeah, it was fun.
Again, 6 out of 10. It's not the best thing in the world,
7
but
out of 10.
It's a fun movie.
Nothing groundbreaking, but fun.
All right, back to the regular episode. You ready for Who's More Likely?
Yeah.
All right, you ready? I got some wacky ones this time.
Good. I want wacky.
Who is more likely to accidentally find a portal to another dimension?
3, 2, 1. Me.
I thought me.
No.
I just find myself in wacky situations all the time. I'm kind of a wackier guy than you.
Yeah, but I get out more when we're here. If the portal's in Florida, you got it. If it's somewhere else, I think I've got it.
Very true, because I go 2 places.
Yeah.
Here, and by here I mean specifically
And I like
the
adventure.
house.
I do escape rooms and stuff.
You do. There's for sure one of those portals
In an escape room.
You're right. You've sold me. It's you.
Yeah.
Who is more likely to actually be a spy? I have an answer for this.
3, 2, 1. You.
Me. Yes. Let me tell you why. I know that you would rather be a spy than me, but I think it's like a Mater in Cars 2 situation where I might be a spy and I've got no idea.
You're just an effing idiot.
I'm just an idiot.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
definitely
saying.
not Finn McMissile.
Certainly not. I would never compare myself to the greatest character in the history of fiction.
What did I send you this morning? What was the comment I sent you this morning?
Finn McMissile could lift Mjolnir.
That's really good.
Really good.
That's great. And we decided to cut the rest of Who's More Likely.
It was very rude of him.
You blaming me?
I am.
Don't blame me.
I'm blaming you.
I'm blaming you.
I'm blaming your mother.
I'm blaming Finn McMissile.
Where can I see the Who's More Likely if you cut it?
We're going to put it on Patreon. It's a solid 30 minutes of Who's More Likely. This episode was just getting too long, so all the patrons get a little bonus video of 30 minutes of Who's More Likely. Okay, on to the next segment, which I think is the bracket.
Wow. How we doing?
Yeah, we're great. Let's, okay, so, guys, we need to make an apology video.
Why?
We have not been doing what we said we were going to do.
What are we not doing?
We're supposed to be doing brackets every week.
Yes, we're doing one now.
We're doing one now. We took a break. Spider-Verse, Flash, other stuff. But we've been busy.
Yes.
Dude. Y'all, if July, the schedule seems weird or the episodes seem weird, it's because we got a lot of stuff going on.
No.
Okay? I'm out of, the entirety of July, I'm not lying, 3 days free.
Yes.
I'm going to Alabama. I'm going out of town to somewhere else for 2 weeks, and so are you. I have people visiting. I'm going to San Diego Comic-Con for 5 days. It's whack. So we're going to try to get ahead and keep the episodes coming, both Patreon and otherwise. But there's your little warning that we got a lot of stuff going on. So if you see you might be coming to San Diego Comic-Con, at least for a day or two, maybe just hanging out outside or something. We'll see.
Come say hi.
I'll be there. Come say hi if you see us.
I want to talk about one thing real quick before we get into this bracket. So we have a gentleman named Eli.
Yeah.
We love Eli. Eli is the one from the Tinkerbell bit.
Yeah.
And the other day, Eli messaged me. And he said that he was very thrilled with the fact that the Tinkerbell bit was mentioned on the podcast.
Oh gosh.
And that he showed a lot of his friends, and a lot of his friends subscribed to us and became fans of the pod because we mentioned that whole bit, and they thought it was just hilarious. So I said to him in the Discord, in the general chat, I said, I'm Miguel, and you're Lego Peter. Because he's one of our best.
You're one of the best.
And he put this in the Discord. He said, "My life has peaked. I became friends with Alex Azor, my favorite rapper / giraffe. Spoken to him and Andrew Todd Peter Parker. Been mentioned on their podcast and been called Alex's best asset. I have no more meaning in life. It has been fulfilled. I can finally rest and watch the sun rise on a grateful universe with the Thanos meme. And to that I say, if you would like your life to peak, show your friends the podcast."
Yes. Tell them to join the Discord. Tell them to follow us on Instagram.
Tell them to DM us. We always respond.
Join the Patreon. All the things. We hit 200 patrons.
Yes. So now we've got to do something.
We might do something. We're going to do something at 300, 500, blah, blah, blah.
We're going to kiss at 300.
No, we're not. We also have 1,100 Discord members.
We do.
We're having a lot of fun in there.
It is.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, I have the bracket.
So you have the bracket. So, thank you, Eli, for your service again. And thank you for those of you that have committed your service to helping this podcast grow. You have no idea how much it means to us.
We are doing action movie stars fight. So we've been doing brackets of different franchises.
Have you been looking at this group chat?
What group chat? Oh.
That's probably not going to happen.
I told Josh, let's not use his real name.
Josh.
That it probably wasn't happening. Okay. Let's do it. So we've been doing different franchises, like who is the most powerful. We've done Harry Potter. We've done like DreamWorks, like animation, stuff like that. So now we are doing just action movie stars. And we're taking the top 4 from each bracket and making a super mega bracket at the end.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's do it.
Let's hear it. Who we got?
First up is Dominic Toretto.
Yep, family.
Dude, he's kind of like a superhero at this point.
Yep.
Versus David Montgomery, who is the underrated Chicago Bears running back.
Exactly.
We got to go Dom.
Technically not anymore. He is technically a Detroit Lion, but we say underrated Chicago Bears running back David Montgomery to keep his memory.
We've got Jason Bourne versus Bride from Kill Bill. I haven't seen Kill Bill, but it's Jason Bourne.
Yeah, that's fine.
The Bourne movies are so good.
Jesus Christ, this Jason Bourne is one of the best memes I've ever seen in my life.
So good. Ripley from Alien, Ethan Hunt.
She like single-handedly takes down so many aliens. She's like in the metal suit, and she kills the alien queen.
That was a pretty epic ending to that movie. But
have you even seen those movies?
I've seen one of them. That one that you just talked about.
So Aliens.
And then I've seen...
That's the James Cameron one.
Which one is the... Game over, man. Game over.
That might be Aliens.
I think that's the same one, yeah. It's Ethan Hunt. Mission Impossible. Come on. Tom Cruise. Come on.
Okay.
It's like Aliens, like a disaster movie. Like she survives, but she's not got like fighting skill. It's like it's Ethan Hunt. She needs a big suit. The Predator versus the Terminator.
Terminator.
Yep. We got Pierce Brosnan as James Bond, or Tom Holland from Uncharted.
Brosnan.
Brosnan.
He's got the best gadgets.
Yeah. Eggsy?
Yeah, from Kingsman.
Yes. Tom Hardy, Mad Max. Eggsy.
Eggsy's got the gadgets.
Eggsy's got the gadgets.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Keep your toesies to yourself. Laura Croft versus Creed. So if it's just like...
I'm going Laura Croft.
If it's just
Laura
like,
Croft Tomb Raider, I'm going Laura Croft.
If they're just like in a ring and they don't have anything, Creed's taking her down, I think. But like...
She's got so much more utility.
Right.
Like she's got so much more experience.
Yep. Ryan Reynolds from Free Guy. John McClane from Die Hard.
John McClane,
dude. Can't not kill that guy. It's crazy. Jason from The Meg. Green Hornet.
Jason Statham from The Meg?
Yeah.
Jason Statham.
Homie takes down the biggest shark to ever exist.
Sing with his bare hands. It's not like he stabs it in the eye.
Rocky versus Evelyn Wang.
Evelyn Wang.
Evelyn Wang.
Evelyn Wang's a favorite to win this.
Yeah, that's crazy. Katniss versus Arnold in Predator. Get to the chopper.
I like Katniss. I just like her long range ability here.
Yeah. She's been through some stuff.
That's true.
She's been through some stuff. The Raptors from Jurassic Park.
They're up there.
Blue versus Sean Connery's
Blue
James
is from
Bond.
Jurassic World. I think these are the Jurassic Park ones.
But they're not the train ones with Chris Pratt? We're not using those Raptors?
No, we're doing the clever girl ones that hunt in packs.
Dude, but Blue's so cool.
Yeah, but Blue, like, listens to humans. I don't like that.
He only listens to Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt isn't on this list. That's funny. All right, what was it?
Sean Connery, James Bond.
Oh, I like
The original, the OG.
I like the Raptors, but Sean Connery is not the original James Bond. He's like one of the more famous ones, but he was not the first. You can Google it. Who was the first James Bond?
Sean Connery.
No way.
Yeah, Sean Connery played the big screen's first James Bond in Dr. No.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you freaking are. You've made me
Oh,
question reality.
Wow.
Roast him in the comments. He didn't know something.
Damn it. I know everything. That's like my shit.
So what are you going with? I'll bow to you on this.
I want to give it to the Raptors.
I do too.
But if there's anybody that's going to give the Raptors problems, it's going to be a James Bond. Like, it's going to be a James Bond with gadgets. Because Craig isn't beating the Raptors. But
I don't think Sean Connery has it.
cool.
And I like I see what they're going up against next, and I like it.
Cool.
Daniel Craig as James Bond.
Yeah.
Versus the Alien.
Damn it. Because Daniel Craig can, like, do so much. Again, like, Daniel Craig's probably the strongest human on this list. It's like Meg, Jason Statham, John Wick, So John Wick, Jason Statham, Meg, Daniel Craig, James Bond. There's not many, and Dom Toretto.
You're right.
Now, those are probably the 4 strongest humans on this list, but I don't know if any of those guys can beat the alien.
Yeah.
The xenomorph is such a problem.
It is a really big problem. I'm going the
But
Alien.
Ripley beat it, and we kicked her off. Ripley's beaten it like 3 times.
True. I'm just gonna put the Alien through.
But, like, can Craig figure it out?
He can.
He probably can. He does beat Mads Mikkelsen in a game of poker.
What do you want to do?
Alien.
All right.
I love the xenomorph.
Maverick?
I think that's the scariest design of all time.
It is
The
pretty scary.
xenomorph. So scary.
And they're such good movies.
You've only seen Aliens.
Well, everyone said that the others are basically as good. I fell asleep during the new one.
The third one is really bad. And the third one is a David Fincher movie, and he makes really good movies. He made, like, Fight Club and Social Network. Like, he's a really good director, but the third one's really, really bad.
Maverick, Top Gun, John Wick. All right.
Yeah, John Wick is beating.
Also
Maverick.
a favorite to make it pretty
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
Chris from Extraction. Have you seen Extraction 2 yet?
I haven't. Have you seen Extraction 1 yet?
I have.
Oh, what'd you think?
It was good.
Yeah.
That one shot was really cool.
Yeah, I've only seen the one shot. I haven't seen Extraction 1.
Versus the Rock. Just The Rock.
Yeah, I'm probably giving it to Chris.
Yeah. These are like very similar characters though. Just like over the top survival, killing people. Baby Driver.
But it's in The Rock's contract to never lose.
That's OP. That's not fair. Baby Driver versus Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah. All right, we're back up to the top. Here we go. Dominic Toretto. Oh my gosh. Frick.
This is tough.
Dominic Toretto versus Jason Bourne.
I'm going Dom. Dom has some superhuman abilities.
Yeah, that's
He catches cars, right?
He doesn't catch them, but he has lifted them.
Ridiculous.
He's lifted them.
That's Spider-Man.
He is
Let
stomped.
me ask you, if Spider-Man was on this list, would he easily win?
Yes.
Dom Toretto's kind of Spider-Man, so I'm giving it to Dom.
I just don't want to gloss over. People seem to forget how insane Jason Bourne is.
Jason's insane, but
Homie doesn't have memory. He just wakes up and destroys everyone.
I'm not saying he doesn't, but he's in a world where they don't have superheroes, and Dom is in a world where they do, and he's the best.
Jason Bourne is... Those were the first action movies that I remember being like, wow, this is the best action movie I've ever seen as a kid. Like, the fight scenes are just so good. Ethan Hunt versus the Terminator. Terminator.
Yeah, I just don't know what Ethan's gonna do, but I feel like Ethan's always gonna pull it out.
If Ethan has like Mission Impossible, like the support, like his team, like
Let's see if Simon
Pegg doing some computer stuff, they might have it, but it's just Ethan Hunt, not his team, so I'm gonna say Terminator. Pierce Brosnan, James Bond, Eggsy. This is cool.
This is tough.
This is tough. I could go either way here.
Because I think Pierce wins in experience.
Yep.
I think it cancels out with the gadgets. Because Eggsy's got some good gadgets, but Brosnan's got some good gadgets. But then, like, I think Pierce has the experience, but Eggsy is young. He's
Younger.
Quicker. He's probably stronger. He's faster for sure.
This might just go down to, like, James Bond is more iconic, so he would freaking somehow win, you know?
You know, Eggsy has more impressive fight scenes.
Yeah, but that's just because it's a newer movie. But
But
yeah.
I don't think that Pierce Brosnan is capable of competing with Eggsy
All right, I'll give it to
in
Eggsy.
the fight. So I kind of want to go with Eggsy.
Okay. Laura Croft, John McClane. Who's winning in a fight?
I don't know how I don't give it to John McClane.
You give it to John McClane, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know how we don't.
Did you know this? I don't know if you knew this, but growing up, I would have to redo my list, but growing up, Live Free or Die Hard, the fourth one, was my second favorite movie.
To Avengers 1?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I always loved that movie.
Where is it ranked now? Is it in your top 10?
I'd probably still keep it in my top 10. It's just such an over-the-top, awesome action movie.
You know what I'm going to watch again? About Time.
Yeah. That's top 5, maybe.
Oh, it's so good.
So we're John McClane in it. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Jason from the Meg, Evelyn Wang.
Oh, no.
Evelyn Wang would just verse jump the ability to swim like a shark.
Oh, no.
It's Evelyn Wang.
Goodbye, Jason.
She can
That
do
sucks.
anything she wants,
yeah,
dude.
damn.
She's the only one on this list that could potentially beat Spider-Man and like actually do well in the next bracket.
You're right. She's going to win.
Katniss, this is why I wanted to do this. Katniss versus the Raptors.
Wow. This is fascinating.
So here's the thing.
How many Raptors are there?
It's plural.
I know. How many are there? I think there's 4 in
Yeah, let's say
Jurassic
4.
Park.
If it was one Raptor, might give it to Katniss.
I'd give it to Katniss, no question.
But there's 4 of them.
And they're smart and they work together. Clever girl.
She would take down 1 or 2, and then she'd get...
Yeah, she's for sure taken down at least 1.
Yeah.
She might be able to take down 2. How big is the space we're giving her? And is it forest?
Let's just say she's in the Hunger Games.
If she's in the Hunger Games...
It's big and it's forest. I think I'd give it to Raptors.
She can climb a tree. Raptors aren't climbing trees.
Raptors are smart. We cannot... It's Raptors. Come on.
Yeah, because there's 4 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. The Alien versus John Wick. John Wick. Don't start.
Over the xenomorph?
Absolutely.
It's got a mouth inside of a mouth.
And it probably used that mouth to eat John Wick's dog, and now it's over.
That's true.
Chris from Extraction, Indiana Jones.
Chris from Extraction.
Oh, Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones is one of the more iconic choices on this list, but he is not nearly as strong. Every Indiana Jones fight goes like this. He is beaten and beaten and beaten and beaten, and some environmental thing happens and he wins.
But he's got a whip.
He ain't doing to Chris Hemsworth Extraction. I'll tell you, I give it to you. Indy can take a hell of a beating, but that's it.
Goodbye, Indy. Dominic Toretto versus the Terminator. Who wins?
I don't know how he can lift a car and survive falling on cars and everything that he survives and not be able to punch the shit out of a Terminator.
Yeah.
The advantage the Terminator has against humans is that, like, you would punch it and it would hurt you. I don't think it hurt Dom.
Yeah.
Dom.
You know, the Fast movies have gotten so ridiculous that it would not surprise me if, like, the Terminator, like, showed up.
Of course.
Like, not even
I
if
think they should combine the Transformers.
it doesn't even have to be like the real Terminator, but like something that's basically like a robot AI that shows up to fight Dominic Toretto would not be out of the question now.
No, I think that's the plot of Mission Impossible.
Give Dom a car?
He's winning against literally everybody on this list.
In the last movie, he drives a bomb through Rome. And then launches. Have you seen it? The bomb is rolling towards the Vatican. And Dom launches himself off of a ramp thing and hits a crane with his car, and the crane twists and then knocks the bomb into the water and saves the Vatican. It was awesome.
That's so ridiculous.
He's going to knock the Terminator into the water with a crane. Okay, Dom. Eggsy versus John McClane.
I want to give it to Eggsy.
I want to give it to John McClane.
He just doesn't have the gadgets.
He doesn't need them. He's resourceful. Bro, in Live Free or Die Hard, he takes down a helicopter with a car.
All right, I'll give it to you.
Like, that's literally a line. He's like, the other guy, the nerd, comes up. He's like, what? You just killed that helicopter with a car. He's like, yeah, I was out of bullets. What a great line. So good. He also jumps from a car onto an F-18.
All right.
And, like,
all right.
It explodes.
Yeah, I believe you. I haven't seen enough of those movies.
We got to watch Live Free or Die Hard.
I think I've only seen the first.
It is so fun. It is one of the most fun action movies ever. I really think you'll like it. Evelyn Wang versus the Raptors. Evelyn Wang.
Yeah.
John Wick versus Chris from Extraction. John Wick.
Yes.
The next matchup is unbelievable. All right, we are to our final four.
Okay. So these are all the ones that are advancing?
Yeah. I'm really happy with the list. Too.
Yeah.
Dominic Toretto.
Yeah.
John McClane.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be Dom.
Yeah.
But the reason they both made it this far is because they both have the they can never die, protection.
Yep.
Dom just has a little bit more and some superpowers.
I think so too.
Evelyn Wang from Everything Everywhere All at Once versus John Wick. Who wins?
Evelyn Wang.
Yeah, but
this shouldn't be very hard for you.
John Wick has killed more people than Evelyn Wang.
That's fine.
I feel like he.
Here's my thing.
Okay.
What is John Wick's primary weapon?
He's got a pistol and a fire shotgun.
So guns.
Yep.
You don't think that she could make herself a version of herself that is bulletproof? And then, yeah, he could break her neck, but then also make her a version of herself that is a kung fu master? She always has an answer. Anything that you can throw at me, she will have an answer for.
That scene on the stairwell where she is answering everyone's problems by doing something, she would figure out what John Wick's thing is.
I'm telling you.
But she didn't get to Jobu Tubaki level where, like, she literally got shot and turned it into ketchup. Like, when is this Evelyn Wang? Is this mid-movie or is this after the events of the movie? At the end of I'm just saying we never see her do something like that. I'm basically taking this like the Matrix. Why isn't Neo on here? The Matrix.
Oh, that's a good question. Neo wouldn't make it that far though.
Yeah,
because we're not in the Matrix.
If we take away, yeah, I just don't think. Basically, I'm treating her like Neo in the Matrix, where she can just like download skills, not where she's basically God.
Yeah, but she's pretty close. Let me ask you: you giving it to Chopu Tupaki over John Wick?
Yeah, maybe.
And who are you giving it to, Evelyn Wang or her daughter? I'm probably giving it to Evelyn.
Yeah, but she didn't beat her in a fight.
Yeah,
she beat her emotionally. That's because it's her daughter. Okay, look, I'm gonna give it to Evelyn, but I'm glad John Wick made it to the top.
Of course, he made it to the top.
Dominic Toretto, Evelyn Wang.
Yeah, Evelyn Wang.
Fine.
Just anything he has, she has an answer for.
Yeah, you could say the same thing about Dom.
Just the stuff that sprawls in his movies, they don't sprawl everything everywhere. We haven't gotten mad at each other to end an episode recently.
Yeah, I highly doubt you're gonna be able to make me mad right now. I'm mega vibing.
You're in a good mood?
You gonna try?
No. What's our time?
We're fine. I was gonna end it on the first clink.
You look weird with the hood on. Can you?
I look weird?
Can you?
No.
Why?
Because you just called me weird.
Yeah, it looks weird. You just look weird with the hood on.
Does weird mean cool in your language?
Not necessarily.
What does it mean?
It's an odd thing to. I'm not saying you look weird as in like you're a weirdo. I'm just saying like it looks different. I like it just looks different that you're in the hood.
You hurt my feelings.
No, I haven't. You're vibing.
I'm not vibing anymore.
You're just pushing it.
No.
This is like the car's 2-bit. It's feeling forced.
No, you called me weird.
Okay.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
There you go. See, this is what I asked. That looks even weirder.